Right, this is a video for a 59 plate Ford Fiesta 1.4 titanium. Car's in black. It's had just 2 private owners from new. The last one is actually a titled lady owner, which is a rarity in itself, and it comes with a lovely service history attached to the car as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go have a quick look around the car for you and pick up any little points that hopefully will be pointed out to you. First things first, I'll go to the most obvious one, but we've ordered a new one in. The fog light lens is cracked there, or smashed rather, so that is a new one's been fitted onto the vehicle, or we ordered it from Ford a couple of days ago. Bonnet, incredibly clear of stone chips, really very good condition. Bumper again, equally very good condition. Lenses on this side absolutely perfect, including the fog lights, as you can see. Come around to the off side of the car. Tyre on the front, got plenty of tread, it's good year tyre. Alloy's generally good, with just a few little curb marks on there, but fairly minor. Paintwork down this flank's in very good order. Again, being a black car, you know, it's done 55,000 miles. There's going to be the odd little light mark which you simply can't get away with on black, because the car looks fabulous in black, but the offset of course is that it does show the marks more than other colours. But the flank itself is very crisp indeed. Tyre on the back is a Pirelli, again plenty of tread, good brand tyre, and the alloy again, apart from one mark on an alloy which I can see, is in very good condition. Coming around the back of the car, and it's all in very nice order actually. Let's come down to the near side flank, again very clean and crisp. Trying to see if I can see any little dimple dents. I think there's one I can just see above a crease line, which I'll point out in a second to you. Back of the car here, alloy very good indeed. Again Pirelli, tyre on the back with good tread on there as well. And down the flanks, all in nice order. A couple of tiny little marks there, which may well just polish off or just touched in, or need to be. There was a little dink which I saw. I'm just trying to find it again now. Can't quite see it now. I'm sure there's one there somewhere, but it was tiny. And front alloy, and matching Goodyear to the other front. Alloy on this side is absolutely perfect. So exterior wise, a couple of very minor little marks, all in very nice order. It's coming into the boot area now. Parcel shelves all there, good and intact. Carpet and trim all in very nice order in the back here. Good sized boot, 60/40 fold on the rear seats, and underneath you have your inflation kit, all good and intact there. Quickly just show you in the back of the car. Rear seats don't really look like they've ever been sat on, in all honesty. It's in wonderful condition back there. Passenger side door card, plastic's in really top condition. Again, really does look very nice indeed. Sill areas all in wonderful condition. And this front passenger seat, again, really looks pretty much like new. Driver's door card, absolutely wonderful condition. Can't really see any marks on there. The usual wear you'd see on these, nothing at all. Sill area, absolutely perfect. Car benefits from a full set of Ford mats on the car, and driver's seat again in absolutely wonderful condition. Right, so sat inside the car now, engine is running. Now just quickly show you down here, we've got the owner's manual pack, and that's the lock and wheel nut key for the vehicle there. But inside the car, all in really lovely condition. It's a good, really nicely styled dashboard, but whoever's had the car has kept the car in really lovely order. And obviously radio controls, very nice and easy to use, the high up display. Climate control system on the titanium, all in full working order, and this lovely slick shifting manual gearbox there. So you've got power outlets and little jack points down there for the stereo, and in the centre here obviously extra little cubby holes, sort of drinks and otherwise. Coming across, obviously multifunction steering wheel, so we've got cruise control on the right, audio controls on the left, and then your main binnacle there showing 55,134 miles. There's no warning lights on the car. The only light on currently is obviously just the fuel light there, but as you can see, with the engine is running at this moment in time. But all in all, it's in really, really lovely condition in here. I'll just quickly show under the bonnet now. Engines always sound a lot noisier on the videos than they do in reality, but it's really nicely presented underneath this engine bay. Engine runs incredibly smoothly. They're lovely, lovely units. My friend's got a similar model to this, with an engine that's done well over 100,000 miles and still as sweet as a nut. That's a very, very good engine. Nice size, so it's got the a lot of power to it, but low insurance and very, very good economy. Right, this is the road test for the Ford Fiesta 1.4 titanium. Car's registered WF59HSL. Mileage currently is 55,135 miles. Purpose of this road test is for those who are travelling a fair distance to come and see us. Then we just want to give you kind of the reassurance that if you can be making that trip to us, then you know the car drives as it should, or if there's any issues that we need to tell you about, then we can do so. So if I can try and get onto the motorway, if someone will let me in, it'd be nice. Thank you. We've noticed over the last year or two that people are now travelling a lot further to come and see our cars. So we've got people from the near continent, the extremes of the UK. We just want to make sure that if people are willing to make that trip to us, then obviously if there's any issues that we could highlight about the car, then we can do so. Obviously this follows on from a walk around appraisal video of the car, but what I try and do with these videos is just to go through it in the same sort of order as you probably would yourself if you're going to come and see the car. Then I can address all of those as we go along. So starting obviously with the engine, these are well noted as being a very, very sweet unit, and this is no example, no different in all honesty. It's a lovely car. The engine starts absolutely on the first turn of the key, settles are very even, very subdued, idle. The engine exhibits no noises that shouldn't be there. It's just a very sweet free revving engine, pulls really nicely. It's nicely suited to the size of the car. You're not wanting for power on the car in any way, shape or form. With regard to the engine, obviously looking at the instrument gauge here now, there's no warning lights illuminated on the car at all. As you wouldn't expect, the only one there is just the fuel light to say I'm low on fuel. The car then drives through clutch and gearbox. Clutch is featherlight, really nice, very quiet. There's no noises from the clutch pedal when you depress it in or out, whether it be from the clutch itself or from just the pedal actuation. It bites exactly at the right point on the clutch pedal itself, so there's no issues there at all. And it goes through this lovely 5-speed gearbox. It's very, very smooth shifting, very precise. It's got a real nice natural feel to it, nice gate. I can't feel a hint of wear in the gear change at all. It just changes sort of fourth to fifth for no good reason at motorway speeds. It's lovely and smooth. Steering of the car, say motorway speeds there now, there's not a hint of wheel wobble, tremor or otherwise. It tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no deviation. Doesn't feel as though there's any wear in the system at all, which is as you'd expect given the mileage of the car, but it's just reassuring to know that. So really nice power steering setup on the Fiestas. Very, very, very precise, very accurate, and it works in harmony beautifully with the chassis of the vehicle. It's a really, really good chassis on the Fiesta. Great fun. This one again, as with all the rest of it, I can't feel anywhere in the chassis at all. There's no kind of suspension noises that shouldn't be there. It just turns in really nicely, nice and flat, very kind of, I always think the Fiestas have kind of a fluidity about the chassis and the way they go about their business. I'm going to go right around this roundabout, a little bit quicker than I probably would do normally, especially with anyone in the car, but it just holds its line really nicely. Front end digs in, you can feel it goes kind of slightly lighter on the back, which is nice because all four wheels are doing all four wheels are doing the work. It's not just relying on the front, which is when you get loads of understeer in a car. So it's got that nice shift of transfer of weight, done very, very well indeed. And again, like I said, I cannot feel a hint of wear in it. There's no, sometimes when the car hits a bump and you use the car, you get a little bit of a kind of an aftershock, a little bit of resonance that suggests there's a bit of wear in there, but it feels as tight as a drum. It really does. Brakes are incredibly solid, very powerful. Again, I can't detect anything underneath there that suggests that there's any wear in the braking system, you know, other than as normal, you know, brakes and pads, brake pads and discs rather. But you know, I'm hitting the brake now, and it really just bites and dives down. It's really nice. As I drive at motorway speeds now, I tend to listen out for things like kind of wind hiss or intrusion that shouldn't be there. And again, that would suggest where you've got like a perish seal or windscreen seal failing. But it's very, very quiet indeed. You know, the look around the dashboard now, as you know from the appraisal video, the quality of the interiors, or the condition of the interiors, is very, very high order. Everything looks really crisp. It's all nice to the touch. Everything I've pressed so far has worked absolutely perfectly. The gauges here, two big dominant displays. You've got your rev counter left, MPH on the right. Very easy to read and assimilate the information, and it all works absolutely perfectly. If I genuinely, what the whole point of these things is, if I can find an issue with a car, I genuinely will tell you, but I'm at a loss to find any noticeable degree of wear inside the car. There's no shudders or shakes or trim buzzers or rattles or anything that, you know, detract from, you know, what would be a nice car to own. And the engines give, you know, as I said, very good performance, but you know, exceptionally economical engines as well. They do go about the business in a nice way. Sometimes you can get that, but you get a, you know, kind of coarse engine. But this is a really lovely unit. So if you're going to come to us, you can do so with the assurance that the car drives really, really nicely. And if there's something that was here, I said I genuinely would tell you, but I can find nothing at all. So obviously any questions, if I've missed anything on the videos, please do phone me and let me know, and obviously I'll answer any questions you may have. But at this point I'll end the video, and we look forward to seeing you soon.